here's what we got. And I actually goofed and I did Saturday's workout yesterday. So we have a new one today. If you were looking at the menu at all, the menu has changed. Or I goofed it up. So here's what we got for today. We are going to do that just like yesterday morning. We're going to do 90 seconds on, 30 seconds rest. And there's only a pair of exercises today. All right. So what it looks like is 45 seconds of something smashed right into 45 seconds of something else, and then we rest for 30 seconds. All right. We're gonna do 4 rounds. So we'll take a little bit extra longer. Wow. Good morning, Brian. Good morning. How are you? We'll take a little bit longer roll this morning and get a good solid warm up so that we're ready for the circuit. But as you start your roll, I'll explain what's going on here. First one, alternating reverse lunge, and you can hold that weight up under your chin or down low. So if you're holding it up under your chin, you don't have to move it anywhere. So we're going to go 45 seconds, alternating reverse lunge, just stepping back, tapping that foot to the ground or knee to the ground. And we alternate that. So one foot, then the other. Okay. If you are going to hold the weight low, sometimes if you have like low back stuff, holding the weight up top isn't good for you because it gives you that forward flexion force. So we'll hold on the side. The only thing with that is that you can either switch hands as you go, right? You'll always hold it on the side that you're stepping back on. Or, for the purposes of this and just for logistics reasons, if you can just hold it off to the side and keep it there for half the time and then switch hands once. That's up to you. But if we were doing it the way that we always teach it, it's holding the weight on the side where your leg is stepping back. Okay, so that's the reverse lunge. You're going to pair that with a 45-second plank. So that's either push-up position, right? Or we go down to the elbows. I think push-up position involves more shoulders and shoulder stability, whereas the elbows, just because of physics, might be a little bit more challenging of a plank. Okay, so we're going to do that for 4 rounds. All right, then we'll take a minute off in between, and I can explain the next 2 at that point. So we're going to do 4 rounds of the first one, and then we have a second pair of exercises, which we'll keep for a little surprise in between the next 2, or in between the next sets. All right, so on the roller, we're going to use a couple of not new techniques, but techniques that we don't always use. And let's put that roller on the front of your thighs, right? So between your knee and hip. And from here, instead of just rolling up and down, we're also going to shift side to side. So we're only on one leg right now. And you're going to shift side to side. You should sort of feel it pulling that tissue side to side, right? So we want to think about giving a little bit different force than just the plain old roll. The idea here is that we're sort of massaging those tissues, moving things around. You'll roll in a little bit, you'll roll out a little bit. Right, so we want that roller to touch as many parts of the front of your thigh as possible. And at the same time, we're going back and forth rather than just up and down. All right, from there, you're going to keep the roller on the same leg, but you'll just roll off to your side. And we're going to roll the inside of your thigh. This is one that gets skipped a lot. Okay, so I think one of the nicest feeling parts of this is when you put the roller way out by your knee, raise your foot. Okay, so it kind of rolls that muscle on the inside of your knee. And you work your way all the way to your midline. The closer the roller, the higher your knee should come. And good, let's do the other side. So we are rolling up and down a little bit, but we're also shifting side to side. Should be able to feel that tissue pulling side to side. Trying to keep everything hydrated, moving around. And good, let's stay on that same leg. You're gonna roll up to your side. Popping your knee up on top. And rolling forward and back. And good. All right, so we're gonna use the same technique, just on your hip now. So we'll cross that ankle over your knee. Whatever side is crossed, you're gonna be rolling on that side. And from here, it's usually a little bit harder to shift back and forth, but we're just gonna kind of move back and forth. Right, you can even turn a little bit, change the orientation of the roller. Turn your body on top of the roller. Sometimes when you push on things a different way, you get a new sort of tension, right? So that's what we want to work out, is that tension, or anything that gives you kind of a zinger. Just hang out there for a second, try to get that muscle to relax. And switch to the other side if you're ready. If you're working on something, then keep working on it, but we will need to get to the other side. Again, not just up and down, but side to side. Again, you can take your body and turn yourself more on the roller. So now, instead of going like the traditional way, the roller is almost going up and down across my hip. And good. Let's do one more area here with that cross friction. So we can do we'll do the back of your leg. And let's just have one leg at a time. So now you put the other foot on the floor. Now we're on the back of your leg. Kind of rocking side to side. You can almost kind of look down and see the tissues on your thigh turning in and out rather than just being rolled up and down. All right, let's go to the other side. Shifting side to side. And good. All right, let's start off on your back, laying down. Let's grab the back of one leg. So you're gonna link your fingers together, let your head relax to the floor, and push that leg up towards the ceiling, or that heel. So we're looking for a good hamstring stretch here. Then we're gonna drop your other heel down to the floor, keeping that leg totally straight. So as you drop your heel down, you should feel the same pressure or orientation with your lower back. Pressing just slightly into the floor, but not overdoing it. That shouldn't change as you lower your heel down. Okay, so there's a couple things going on here. We're working the one side, keeping your abs nice and solid, and also stretching the side that you're holding on to. All right, let's switch sides. Just grab that other leg. Again, lowering your heel down to tap the floor. Probably get more of a hamstring stretch as you drop that heel down. You want to make sure we keep that pressure on your hamstring, or keep that stretch on. And good. Okay, let's cross one ankle over your knee. Right from there, the ankle that's not, or the leg that's not crossed over, you're going to reach and grab the back of that leg, pull it in toward you. Try to relax your head if you can. So we should be getting a good stretch on the outside of your cheek. As you do this, you can sort of use your elbow to also push the knee that you're stretching away from you. So as I'm gripping the back of one leg, I'm using my elbow to push on the other leg just to get more of that rotation, more of a stretch in your hip. All right, let's switch sides. Bringing that leg into you, relax your head if you can. Like give your body a chance to release into that stretch. And good, relax. All right, we're gonna come up to all fours, one leg out to the side. So whatever leg is out to the side, we're gonna rotate up that direction. So we reach that hand under your armpit. Turn, try to stack your shoulders and hands right on top of each other. Nice straight vertical line from your top hand through your shoulders to your bottom hand. Keeping that groin stretch on as you do it. And good, let's switch sides. And relax, good, let's go ahead and stand. Okay, two things here. So we're gonna step out to the side for a lateral lunge. We step out, coming back up, grabbing that balance, pushing your knee up into your hand. And so we step out, you're gonna lock that arm out, then drive your knee up into your hand. So a little bit of balance challenge at the top. Think about using your abs, your core to squeeze the heel of your hand and your knee together. And good, let's go to the other side. So we push, hold, should be nice and tall. As you push that knee into your hand. Staying up tall, stepping out to the side. And good to go. Okay, so we're ready here. Minute 30 on the clock. We're gonna go 45 seconds of one, and then 45 seconds of the other exercise in that pair, then we rest for 30, okay? So let's get started with, remember the first pair, alternating reverse lunge and plank. All right, so I'll call out halfway so that we switch exercises, but I'll keep you informed on the time. So just make sure you have a weight around. Gonna get going in 10 seconds. Starting off with that alternating reverse lunge in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go, round 1 of 4. Okay, so if you're holding that weight low, you may have to switch hands each side, or you can just hold it in one hand and switch at the halfway point. Halfway through. Actually sort of like keeping it on one side. Makes each step just a little bit different. 10 seconds left. And we're going to a plank, either a push-up position, 2, 1, and here we go. So plank in either a push-up position or from the elbows. Of course, a way to modify these would be to elevate your hands, maybe on a couch, maybe on a stair. We could also go knees down in this position. 20 seconds left. Make sure we're keeping that tailbone tucked down, or you could think of your belly button pulled up. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Okay, we got 30 seconds to rest. Then we go right back for round 2 of the reverse lunges. Okay, 10 seconds. Right, in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Remember, you can also hold that weight up under your chin. Keeping shoulders back nice and strong. Halfway, let's switch it up if needed. Try to focus on that front leg doing the work for you. Right, so you don't want to push too hard with the leg that's stepping back. You want your front leg to control the movement. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and plank. Here we go. Holding that nice strong position, whether it's hands on the floor or elbows. "20 seconds left. Check in, make sure your spine is as long as you can make it. That means your head shouldn't be reaching down towards the floor. You should almost think about the back of your head reaching up towards the ceiling. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, 2 more rounds. Back up to the reverse lunges. 5 seconds. All right, 2, 1, here we go. Alternating those lunges. Take a peek down as you go. You want your knee to be tracking over your pinky toe, not inside your big toe. So if a drip of water fell from your knee, it should land on or just in front of your pinky toe, not your big toe. Switch sides if you need to. Remember that front leg's doing the work. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and plank. Here we go. Think about making yourself as long as you can from your heels through the crown of your head. 15 seconds left. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Right. One more round of these, and then we move on to the next pair. Ten seconds left to rest. Reverse lunges. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Last round of these. Halfway, switch sides if needed. Fifteen seconds left. Working at a nice steady pace, but not rushing it. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and the final plank. Here we go. Making sure we're looking at the ground right in front of you, not back between your feet. Twenty seconds left. Five seconds, long and strong here. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, so as we rest, I'll explain the next pair. Okay, so we've got Hero Clean, which is something we don't do a lot. It's easier to do with a kettlebell, but if you have a dumbbell, that works as well. So Hero Clean is, it's kind of a rotation. Okay, so the weight's going to be right next to your foot, or just in front of your feet, in between your feet, I should say, like right in between your shoelaces. Okay, so when you go down and get it, if you're going down with your right hand, your right foot's going to turn out, right? So it's almost you're doing a little turn. Okay, so we're going to do a little turn down to grab that weight, and then we pull up to that clean position. If all you have is a dumbbell, it'll be a long way to reach to the floor. Okay, so just hold it in your hand. We'll do that little rotation, and we pull up and just sort of park it above your shoulder. All right, so you're pulling it from low to high. Okay, we'll do 22 seconds on one side, 22 seconds on the other. And then the second exercise is an alternating side plank. You can do those from the push-up position again, or your elbows. But all we want is the balls of your feet will stay planted on the floor. And all we're going to do is roll over to one side, and then we roll back over to the other. Everything rolling together. Okay, so try to keep, what usually happens is hips will go first and pull everything over. Let's try to keep everything rolling together as one piece. Okay. All right. So starting off with that Hero Clean, it's takes a little bit of getting used to, but there is that little twist in there, right? So it's not just going straight down, it's turning that back foot out and pulling up. Okay, so just a little bit different than what we normally do. All right, starting in 10 seconds. Okay, Hero Cleans in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I'll call halfway. So it's almost like a little lunge with that front leg, the leg that's not turning. You're gonna be nice and strong with that leg pushing into the floor. Should be your front leg that does most of the work. All right, let's switch sides. Ten seconds left. And alternating side plank, here we go. Remember, you can be in a push-up position or from your elbows, whichever you feel is easier, more comfortable, whichever works better for you. Twenty seconds. Try to keep your hands under you versus out in front of you. Should be right underneath that shoulder. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. We rest for 30 seconds. And we're back to the clean. Again, the leg that's turning out is going to be, there's only a little bit of pressure on the ball of your foot. So we're trying to lift that weight with your front leg, the flat foot. Ready? And here we go, hero clean. Good, make sure it's almost just like a little pivot. Okay, you're almost just sort of pivoting, turning the ball or turning that heel out on the ball of your foot. 5 seconds left on this side. And switch. Five seconds left. And plank, here we go. Alternating those side planks side to side. Think of your feet, your heels, just like the top of windshield wipers, right? So we let them just flip over. Balls of your foot stay right glued to the floor. Just let those heels flip over to the other side. Twenty seconds left. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, halfway done. 2 more rounds. It's 4 minutes left. Okay, back to the hero clean in 2, 1, and off we go. Make sure you feel nice and strong before you pull that weight from the floor. You almost want to put a little bit of pressure into it first, rather than going from 0 to 100. We're going to pull up on that weight a little bit and then snap up. Switch sides. Five seconds. 2, 1, and plank. Here we go. Focus on everything moving together. Right, so don't let your hips leave early. You want to control everything. You're almost rolling over like a log. Fifteen seconds left. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and a rest. Last round coming up, guys. All right, getting going. Last round in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Hero clean. Here we go. Let's make sure we get down in that front leg. Good. Here's that little bit of rotation. Five seconds left on this side. And switch. Three seconds. And plank. Here we go. Hold nice and strong here, nice and straight from your heels, through your hips, through your ears. 20 seconds. Ten seconds. Stay nice and strong. All right, 3, 2, 1, and that's a wrap.